What we're really trying to do here is to, I guess, explain the basic concept of Dust 514 to people, which is that we are a AAA free-to-play first-person shooter. We're exclusive on the PlayStation 3. So free-to-play is important to us because we want to make sure that this is an experience that's available to everyone. That the EVE universe has been in existence now for nearly 10 years and has been only accessible to those that are playing EVE Online, and we want to open that out to all of the PlayStation 3 players. The way that free-to-play works in Dust 514 is we have two different currencies that are available in the game. We have ISK, that's available through playing the game. The more you play and the better you are at the game, the more ISK you're going to earn in game. And then we have Aurum, which is available to purchase via the PlayStation Store for real money. And it's really important to us that we emphasize that Dust 514 is not going to be pay to win, that we're spending the time during our current closed beta and then into the open beta to make sure that the game is balanced in such a way that while Aurum weapons and ISK weapons are both available, that no one weapon is going to be a super weapon that beats everybody else. So no one paying to play the game is going to automatically be able to beat other players in the game. So there's a number of different ways that even Dust players will be able to interact. In the closed beta version that's going live today, we have, for example, chat, both voice and text chat. Contacts and mail are shared between the two games, so even Dust players for the first time can communicate between those two games. One of the really cool features we're working on is orbital bombardment, and this is where a Dust mercenary on the planet's surface will be able to communicate with his EVE buddy up in space to call down a nuke-like weapon onto the planet's surface to take out particularly well-defended locations or heavy tanks that the team on the ground may be struggling to take out on their own. And of course, Dust players have the ability to fire back as well. They can place orbital artillery on the planet's surface to defend it against attack from EVE players. So in terms of why we're on console, we really wanted to reach out and take the EVE universe to a new audience, and consoles is a great way to do that. There are a lot of console players that are maybe aware of EVE Online and the EVE universe and the notorious nature of it as a very brutal and dark sci-fi experience. They want to experience that, but they want to get that through the medium of the console. In terms of the PlayStation 3 and being exclusive there, we're having a really great experience working closely with Sony. They share our vision for Dust 514, and they are determined to provide us with what we need to make this unique connection between the console game of Dust 514 and EVE Online on the PC. In the open beta coming towards the end of the year, players will have the ability to fight on pretty much all of the temperate planets in the EVE universe, with a few exceptions. And that gives you access to something like 7,500 different planets, and each of them have a number of districts on them. So there are literally tens of thousands of different battlefields that Dust mercenaries will be able to fight for control of. And each of those battles will result in a persistent consequence, the territory changing hands or staying with the existing corporation that controls it. In terms of what the Dust player is going to experience, of course, we haven't got a team that's able to generate tens of thousands of completely unique and bespoke maps, nor would we have the ability to download all of them via the PlayStation Store to your PlayStation 3. So what we've done is created our maps by compositing together a number of different reusable assets. So we'll have terrains and outposts, which are built-up areas that you can fight in, and these will be put together in nearly unique combinations, along with changes in the time of day lighting, the weather that you will see. So every battle that you play in Dust will feel like you're fighting in a different place. In the game at the moment, we have three classes of vehicles. We have an LAV, which is a Jeep-type vehicle, the HAV, which is a tank, and a dropship, which is an air vehicle, a bit like a helicopter. And we plan to add more and more different classes going forward into the future. But even these three basic classes, they have a number of different variants that you can purchase through the marketplace. And beyond those variants that are available, you also have an almost infinite variety of ways you can fit out those vehicles. Different weapons and turrets, different modules that maybe make the vehicle faster, more maneuverable, give it greater armor or the ability to repair itself. All of those things are available for the player that wants to dive in and get the very best out of their vehicles in Dust 514. So as well as being able to customize your vehicles, there's also the ability to customize drop suits. And drop suits in Dust 514 are the armor that your mercenary wears while he's fighting on the planet's surface. Each drop suit has a number of different slots. Some are for weapons, some are for grenades, some for other types of equipment and upgrades that make your mercenary stronger, faster, quicker to heal. So salvage is something that we added just in the most recent update to the beta, and the way that works is it takes all of the equipment that has been lost through players dying in the battle and redistributes a percentage of it back out to players. So you do have the chance of getting hold of some really rare loot from players that have brought something cool into the match with them, but there isn't a way to directly control which items you get. They're distributed out at random. So as you've seen, Dust 514, there's a huge amount of depth and customization and an opportunity there to really tailor it to the way that you want to play. But at its heart, it really is this awesome first-person shooter experience that should be accessible and familiar to people who are playing console shooters at the moment. We're currently in closed beta. We have been since December last year, constantly iterating and improving the game with feedback from our community and releasing new versions roughly every 2 to 3 months. By the end of the year, we'll be in open beta, which means that anybody with a PlayStation 3 can go to the PlayStation Store and download Dust 514 completely for free and be playing it on their PlayStation 3.